Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dengan nama Allah yang Maha Pengasih lagi Maha Penyayang, izinkan untuk saya memulakan program kita pada malam ini. Rabbi israh li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Profesor Dr. Muhammad Amin Jamaluddin, Ketua Kluster Perubatan dan Sains Kesihatan Majlis Profesor Negara. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dato' Dr. Ahmad Zubaidi Abdul Latif, Naib Chancellor Universiti Sultan ZAINAL ABIDIN. Yang berusaha Dr. Ni Ahmad Saifuddin Nihim, Pengarah Pusat Pengurusan Hospital Universiti, barisan panel-panel forum dan moderator, para peserta seminar, datuk-datuk, datin-datin, profesor-profesor, profesor madya, tuan-tuan, puan-puan, hadirin dan hadirat yang saya kasihi sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Sebelum kita memulakan majlis pada malam ini, marilah kita sama-sama memulakan majlis dengan membaca Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah dan bertafakul mengikut kepercayaan agama masing-masing. Selamat datang ke seminar Pengurusan Hospital Kebangsaan 2018. Seperti mana yang saya janjikan tadi, kita bertemu lagi pada malam ini untuk meneruskan agenda. Baiklah, untuk tidak membuang masa, izinkan saya untuk memperkenalkan moderator yang akan bersama-sama kita pada malam ini. Forum yang bertajuk Persediaan Dr. Siswazah Penyumbang Kolam Bakat Negara. Baiklah, moderator kita pada malam ini tak asing lagi, iaitu yang berusaha Profesor Dr. Tunku Arif Raja Husin, Pengarah Institut Pembangunan Kesihatan Masyarakat ICOD daripada UNIZA. Seterusnya, izinkan saya juga untuk memperkenalkan para panel yang diundang khas bagi menyerikan lagi majlis kita pada malam ini yang akan mengupas isu-isu yang cukup berat saya rasa, dan pastinya beliau tak lain tak bukan ialah yang berbahagia Dr. Saiful Rahman bin Muhammad, Timbalan Pengarah Perubatan Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri Terengganu. Seterusnya yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Ahmad Shah bin Mahmud, Ketua Jabatan Institut Perubatan Forensik Negara Hospital Kuala Lumpur. Yang berbahagia Tuan Dr. Maziah binti Ahmad Mahidin, Pakar Perunding UNG dan ibu kepada Dr. Siswazah KPJ Damansara Specialist Hospital, dan Dr. Rabiatul Adawiyah binti A. Basir, wakil daripada Dr. Siswazah. Untuk tidak membuang masa, majlis dengan sukacitanya menjemput dan mempersilakan barisan panel dan moderator. Baiklah, saya serahkan majlis kita pada malam ini kepada yang berusaha Prof. Dr. Tunku Arif Raja Husin untuk memulakan program kita pada malam ini. Majlis dengan sukacitanya mempersilakan.
A'udzubillah minasyaitanirrajim. Terima kasih Puan Anifah, pengerusi majlis. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Yang saya hormati Tan Sri yang bahagia, Tan Sri Dr. Amin Jamaluddin, Datuk Dr. Ahmad Zubaidi Abdul Latif, Dr. Ni Ahmad Saifuddin, dan seterusnya profesor-profesor, doktor, tuan-tuan, puan-puan sekalian, dan tidak lupa ahli-ahli panel yang bersama kita. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. First thing, I think we would run our sessions in kedua-dua bahasa, both languages. As to the ease of everybody, dan kita cuba jalankan forum kita hari ini dengan relax, saya tenang dan siapa saja boleh selepas ini apabila diberi masa untuk bersoal jawab, boleh bersoal jawab. Okey, tajuk forum kita pada hari ini adalah persediaan doktor siswaza, penyumbang kolam bakat negara. They are the one contributing to the talent pool of our nation, our country. All right, they are a big asset actually. We will run the show, the forum tonight, with a few cycles of question and answers to the panel members, and I'm sure we have brought to you panel members who are really senior, plus some junior member of the fraternity, medical fraternity. And I'm sure, inshallah, you will get one most interesting sessions, inshallah, with their experiences. So, saya akan persilakan terus, ya, seorang demi seorang ahli panel, dan with straight away introducing them and giving them what they call that cues to their talk. Saya mulakan dengan yang berbahagia Dr. Saifur Rahman bin Muhammad di sebelah kiri saya. He is a Timbalan Pengarah Perubatan TPP, Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri Terengganu. He has been around for, in the JKN, Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri, for quite a while, and being together with us for quite some time, helping us in our even undergraduate student studies. So, saya minta Dr. Saifur Rahman untuk memperkenalkan diri sendiri, ya, dan juga selepas itu terus membicarakan, memberikan penerangan mengenai program housemanship yang ada dan status atau statistik mengenai housemanship program yang ada pada masa sekarang. Silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat petang. Salam satu Malaysia. Terima kasih yang berbahagia Prof. Saya Saifur Rahman bin Muhammad. I'm graduated from Universiti Malaya 2001, and I've been working in Terengganu for 17 years. I've been doing management pengurusan for about 7-8 years now. I was a Timbalan Pengarah in Hospital Sultan Nur Zahirah for 2 years, as mentioned by Yang Berbahagia Prof just now. HSNZ has a good collaboration with UNIZA regarding undergrads training, and we have quite a number of engagement while I was in HSNZ, and even in JKN I also having some part of interaction with UNIZA and also another university, UCSI. So that's, I think, about all my experience in management of hospital. So coming back to question from Prof. So actually, program housemanship program in Malaysia is stated properly in the Medical Act. Akta Perubatan 1972, if I'm not mistaken, it was spelled out one by one, very extensively spelled out lah. So in the Medical Act, actually, it was stated for minimum requirement for housemanship training is 1 year. But by the virtue of Yang Berhormat Menteri Kesihatan, Kementerian Kesihatan is allowed to make addendum ataupun menambah baik ataupun menambah akta bylaws baru, regulation baru kepada akta tersebut, di mana pada a few years back YBMK decide to prolong the program of housemanship training from 1 year to 2 years, 24 months. So this program also have been relook and re-evaluate, and then currently and now we have a 2 years program with 1 year maximum extension for the houseman. So any medical student here, you have to understand, or current housemanship who are attending this talk, you have to understand now with current program, we only employ contract houseman. Yeah, we only employ contract houseman for 2 years with an extension of 1 year. So meaning that, for every posting, you only allowed to extend for 2 months only. Yeah? If you are not finished houseman within 3 years, you cannot continue your training. Yeah? So be clear, medical student and current houseman, that is now the policy of Kementerian. So basically, in 2 years program, housemanship training, you have to go 6 rotation posting. There are compulsory posting, there are elective posting. Yeah, the major posting, elective requirement, medical posting, obstetric, ONG, pediatric, orthopedic, surgery. Those are the mandatory posting for you. The elective, you may go to emergency and trauma, anesthesiology and critical care, primary care, klinik kesihatan, and then another is psychiatry posting. But now in Terengganu, we still don't have the psychiatric posting because due to certain requirement, our hospital does not meet the requirement to have a psychiatric posting for the houseman. I think that's all for now, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saiful. Dr. Saiful starts the ball rolling by telling about the program. Yeah? Now, I would introduce yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Muhammad Shah Mahmud, who is actually my batch of doctor. We graduated in 1985, sampai sekarang 20 tahun ya, I think dah tua dah. And then I haven't been meeting too much of Dr. Shah. He's memang really busy around, moving around in his career. It has been, I think after houseman, you joined, you joined the armed forces, yeah? He joined the armed forces for 2 years, voluntarily, mungkin nak kuat segakkan badan, whatever. And then after that, he can get back to KL into pathology, and thank God, he is in pathology ever since until sekarang. From one step to another, sampai he is the now the chief pathologist of Malaysia, and now I would invite Dr. Muhammad Shah to relate a bit on the government, as a government perspective. What do you expect of housemen? Yeah, to have the qualities of housemen and your experience of having housemen, I mean, in the hospital, masa you were in the hospital in JHKL. Silakan.
Okay, terima kasih Prof. Assalamualaikum, selamat malam. A very tricky question for me. Bidang soalan ini diajukan oleh Prof, tetapi I will share the pengalaman. Since our forum for tonight tajuknya is kolam penyumbang kolam untuk bakat negara. Dan untuk housemanship, saya punya masa dulu we went through the 1 year posting, but the latest tidak diterangkan oleh Dr. Saiful, 2 years, and the latest to 16 on contract basis. It can be very tough. I think one of the main reason, the pool of graduate is increasing rapidly berdasarkan number of private center, IPTA, IPTS dari luar negara. It cannot keep cope with the number of posts yang JPA boleh create. So it's a very competitive. So based on apa yang telah itu, I can only share the recent data yang ada dijalankan di Hospital Kuala Lumpur. This one based on the 2016 punya intake. I think the first contract house officer. And HKL masih lagi buat ongoing study, but the total of I think 160 plus housemen for that batch. And daripada data tu menunjukkan almost about 70% adalah female. So the pool of future expertise from our housemen, I think looks like kalau ikut HKL punya data, we have a lot of female doctors and also going to be female specialists. Okay, along the way, as been explained, the major posting, the challenges will be in terms of trying to complete within the 2 years, and as what they have found, among the major posting di mana can be very tough, ada banyak extension, di major posting antaranya adalah medical department, yang keduanya surgery, dan yang ketiga orthopedic. So untuk adik-adik yang bakal menjadi houseman, to give a full focus on this posting, because data showed that can be very tough posting, and based on the assessment, majority yang hiccup tu is the medical department, surgical, dan orthopedic. Also ONG is also trailing on. Dan juga among the main reason of the extension, they found that is the logbook. So I think logbook punya requirement to ensure that bila adik yang bakal buat housemanship, to ensure that you fill up all the required as being listed in the logbook. So the idea supayanya, because bila on contract basis it can be very tricky, it shouldn't be exceed 2+1, so you need to ensure that you will get a full training during that period of time. So we have a lot of pool. I'm sure kalau ditengok daripada data 2006, cuma ada 1,000 housemen yang graduate. So now as of 2017, you just imagine kita dah ada nearly 5,000. So jumlah graduate yang berminat untuk menjadi doktor semakin ramai. Masalahnya post yang nak di-create tu tidak dapat cope with the intake. Dan saya punya bidang adalah bidang perubatan forensik. Seperti Prof kata, antara kriteria yang for those yang berminat, kalau you tengok antara major posting dan minor posting tidak melibatkan perubatan forensik. Cuma during housemanship digalakkan certain number of postmortem ataupun certain number of reports untuk just bila you free to drop by at the mortuary. But for those, kalau ada yang berminat untuk menceburi bidang perubatan forensik ni, saya sangat alu-alukan lah. Sebabnya at the moment, the whole country kami cuma ada 34 orang saja. Only 34 for the whole country. We need more bidang ini. I think one of the main reason tidak ramai berminat kerana satu, if you decide to take up forensic, you will retire as a government servant, because by law di Malaysia tidak ada perubatan forensik di private sector. It can be very interesting and challenging, tetapi cuma option to serve in the government ataupun di university. I think I can expand later on the those criteria sekiranya ada yang berminat untuk mencuburi bidang perubatan forensik. Prof.
Thank you, Dato'. Next, we will move to Tok Puan Dr. Mazia binti Ahmad Mahidin. Tok Puan actually graduate from UKM, local juga, in 1986. I can remember that. It's a year after us. And she did her master's and finished her master's in 1988. Started in 88 and finished about less than 2 years, I think. Yeah, 92, yeah, okay. And she's actually the second batch of ONG of UKM, masters, yeah, graduate. And after that, she continued in HKL while following actually her husband to the UK, and she did MRCOG. So it's a double degree kind of specialist degree. So we we brought to you, people who are really to the front, yeah. And she started coming back in 1997. She started her own private practice, and then she's now very successful with ONG Hospital. And I would call upon her to, if she want to tell a bit more about herself, and also with the question in the private sector, what kind of houseman, the characteristics of houseman that I'm doctors that comes out after housemanship, after MO-ship, that is best for your what do you call that, strength of people.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to all of you. I think I know some, if not all, of the students who are trained in UNISA. Thank you to UNISA for allowing me to come and teach, because there's nothing like teaching and continuous medical education, yeah, to get your brain working till however old you get. So yeah, our time is different. The children, they don't like to hear during our time. Yeah, stop talking during your time, because now the time is so different. The world is changing so fast. The number of housemen is more than the number of jobs available. So it ends up as you being very competitive. But what we want at the end of the day is you come out of your medical training, not just full of knowledge, but you have to have the inner strength to pursue and keep going no matter how tough life goes on. Yeah? So the senior doctors will say, yeah, if you cannot make it through the housemanship training, how do you expect to go on with the rest of the tough training as a doctor, as a future doctor? That having been said, we also want you to have a lot of compassion, humility, the soft skills, to go on. Doctors coming up from local train, now we have a fair share of doctors coming up from overseas, when they're trained overseas. So coming to work in the local setting has its advantage and also its disadvantage. Malaysia has set its own way of training. It may be different, maybe not so ideal, yeah, but you have to go through it. Yeah? Later on, I will share what are the possible issues that you might have to face while training as a houseman. So I think I'd like just to tell you that I had to say something about what happened in the past. Yeah, so we come here to train as a doctor after the 10 days or 2 weeks of what do you call it? I always forget. The tagging. Yeah, that's the toughest time for us, the tagging. But after that, we enjoy because people treat us like doctors. We feel we are part of the team. So the department, how the department treats you, helps. Yeah? It's how conducive, how you start will determine how far you can get in life. If you are treated badly, you may not like to go on the training. So I think I will share with you afterwards some thoughts, yeah, of I got some data on how you all think about the training. But at the end of the day, how you put yourself, how much you want to go through the training, how far you want to go, how motivated you are, however toxic the situation of the environment, is your inner strength that will make you go forward. All right? There are more ladies here I can see, and you have a tougher role. The career path, the family come together when you are training. Yeah? When you are 20s, 30s, there's a time when you also have family. Yeah? And yeah, we went through that. You need a lot of emotional support, good family support in order for you to have success in both. Otherwise, most people will have to choose, yeah, the tough choice of staying solo or having a family and whatnot. All right, so Alhamdulillah, my path has been so blessed. Yeah. Okay, I got one child while just finished housemanship just 1 year. Got a child after the first year of training. Just finished that. See, this matter planning, must plan. Just finished the housemanship, delivered 2 weeks later. Then I got a maternity leave. Then entered the master's program. That time, of course, we were invited. The master's program was so new. They are asking us to come and join. So we went, yeah, opportunity was strike once. You take it or you leave it. All right, you are ready or not, you're ready, you just say, okay, it's now, I'm invited, go. All right, so take up the master's program, that takes 4 years. I had 2 children while doing that master's program. Very productive, alhamdulillah. Both, yes. But I stayed with my mother, cheating. Yeah, stayed with my parents, I'm still thankful for them. So, so then master's program wanted to see how is the quality. So they encourage us to also take the international exams. Yeah. So at the same time we study for the English membership exams. Yeah. So that finishes, then you work. So like that. What I'm saying is that you have to have your own inner motivation. Yeah. And don't blame the system all the time. Inshallah.
Thank you, Tok Puan. I should mention to you, Tok Puan's husband is no one else than our Dato' Naib Chancellor sendiri, Dato' Zubaidi. A couple who are actually on the success of life. Alhamdulillah, we are happy for that. Okay, we also bring to you Dr. Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Abdul Basir. Itu Abdul ke? Abdul Basir. Yeah, she is the youngest among us all now. She has just finished her housemanship and now in MO, doing MO somewhere in Asia Sanzat. No? We will ask her to introduce herself and also give us the experience that she have, yeah, during the houseman. Yeah, silakan. This is the reality of things from we say the horse's mouth, yeah, the fresh graduate. Silakan, Dr. Rabiatul.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And Assalamualaikum and very good evening to all. My name is Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Abdul Basir. Just finished housemanship on 5th of March this year. Very new MO. Alhamdulillah, my journey was quite smooth. Never been extended in any posting. Completed in 2 years. Graduated from University of Aberdeen, Scotland. Married with 1 child. So, Alhamdulillah, for I would say, very blessed journey as well. As houseman. So what I was expecting when I came back from UK to become a houseman here, I would say I was expecting the worst. Because what I've been hearing, I would say it's always bad things about housemanship in Malaysia. But then I would say housemanship in Malaysia is much better than what I expected. It's much better. So sometimes I would say we heard a lot of things and we create a lot of assumptions, presumptions about things without we even start to undergo it first. I think we just have to prepare our mind, just to prepare ourselves for the worst, but then expect the worst, but then hoping for the best. Trying to do the best, but then we should expect the worst might happen. So then we can, I would say, undergo the housemanship program better if we have that kind of expectation. Expect less. Because sometimes we expect too much. We expect people to be kind to us. We expect people to do a lot of things to us without we actually try to do, we put certain boundaries to ourselves just because we're expecting too much from others to fulfill our expectation. And that's quite difficult actually, especially in Malaysia, I would say. In Malaysia system, we have to adapt. First, I would say that we cannot try to improve things because if we train abroad, I would say we can see a lot of differences and we tend to compare. But then, if we have an open mind, try to listen to our seniors because we have a lot of seniors who actually already succeed in Malaysia. They've been trained in Malaysia, in UKM, in UM. I've got a lot of specialists, a lot of consultants, and I've been trained under Dato' Zubaidi in neurosearch during my housemanship. And I appreciate it a lot, because if we really try to learn from someone in Malaysia, we would find a lot of, I would say, permata. Because sometimes we've been seeing what we have been seeing during our training in UK or somewhere else. But then we forget that we have also someone that we can actually follow their footsteps in Malaysia. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Dr. Rabiatrandawiya. For the information of newly grads or those who are in the housemanship period now, I just would like to tell you what happened when we were there in 1985, 86 or so. We worked from like 7 a.m. in the morning, doing rounds first before the big bosses come. And then we continue our call day that day. And then until the next day, and don't expect we can go back the next day morning. We only go back around 6, 7, depends on how the patients are. That's a total 36 hours, and it's really like hard work. But I tell you, for myself at least, and for a lot of us, we enjoy every second and minute of it. You know, every minute, every second when people call us and say for cases and whatnot, it's like learning to us. You know, so be happy and, you know, always smiles and get to see the patients, and you will learn a lot of things that you want to learn in medicine. Okay, that is the first round that we go in a soft round, getting a bit hotter. The second one, I would go to Yang Bahagia Dr. Saifur Rahman again and put up a question of how do housemen fare at this particular juncture, at this period of time. Macam mana keadaan housemen sekarang? Adakah mereka seperti seolah dulu, ataupun apa yang hendak dikatakan mengenai housemen pada masa sekarang? Silakan Dr. Saifur.
Terima kasih, Prof. Thank you. So the question is, what kind of housemen do we have today? Okay, as mentioned by Prof just now, in 1985. Our housemen have to endure about 36 hours of working. You came in officially at 8, but you have to be in the ward actually before 7 to do all the ward work, blood taking, do that, do this. And you can, if you on call on that day, you clock in officially by 8, continue the whole day until 5, and then you continue your on call until the next day 8 a.m. And you only can go back officially by 5 p.m. That is officially. And as Prof said, if you can get back by 6, you are very lucky. That is 1985. In 2001, when I was a houseman, the same thing is happening. So nowadays, I don't know what kind of generation, X ke Y. Generation Y, they call it. I have an experience in my hospital in HSNZ. I'll talk about experience to show you what kind of generation we are, orang-orang yang dah tua ni, orang beruban semua ni, experience from Y generation. I have an houseman, Datuk Tan Sri, while assisting an operation in the OT. Exactly sharp 5 p.m. He stroke she unscrub themselves without even saying single word to the operating surgeon. Just unscrub, degowning and left. That is your generation. You may say it's a sentinel event, once in 10,000 million or whatsoever, but that's what I got on myself. And I asked my surgeon, my specialist, almost 30 to 40% of housemen, you are acting like that. You are expecting yourself to be discharged at 5 p.m. Okay? So, you housemen are under training. So if you want to be good on your area, you have to train more. If you want to play good in badminton, you have to play every day badminton. If you want to run 100 meters, you have to practice every day, how many hours per day. Probably a few hours maybe have our siblings in sekolah sukan. In sekolah sukan, we have now in Terengganu, we have 2 sekolah sukan. They train 3 to 4 hours a day in their respective sports. And they took protein 2 to 3 times more compared to general population. So meaning that, to tell you that, if you want to be good in your profession, you have to train more. And houseman, basically, you do nothing else but to train, to be trained. So, I would say, the longer you are in the ward, the more you are going to learn. There's no other way to get very good in your area except you go and see and do and learn. There's no other way. Tak ada cara lain. Macam mana kita nak bagus dalam satu-satu lapangan sekiranya kita tak buat latihan, kita tak ikut, kita tak dengar, kita tak buat. I can only speak a few minutes in standard bahasa or English. After that, automatically I switch to logat Terengganu, Datuk. Without I'm aware of it. Okay? So, to me, the main thing is your attitude. If you have good attitude, however worse you are, you will succeed. You will progress. But, if no matter how intelligent you are, if you have a bad attitude, you will suffer during the houseman. I have housemen who get 11A+ during SPM. As mentioned by our colleague here. If your expectation is too high and what you see in the scene, in the lapangan, in the ward, not up to your par, you will get depressed. I have many husbands who are very intelligent, score very good in medical school. But once you are in the hospital during your training, you tak boleh buat, sehingga mendapat depression. Sebab macam Dr. Rabiatul sebut tadi, kita datang dengan semangat untuk bekerja, dengan knowledge yang kita rasa kita ada bagus, tapi bila kita masuk ke dalam ward, kita tengok benda ni tak ikut standard kita, benda ni macam tu, benda ni kita rasa orang buat salah. Jadi bila kita nak meletakkan nilai kita kepada orang, dan orang itu tidak mampu untuk mencapai nilai yang kita set sendiri, kita akan bermasalah. That is attitude. Okay? In HSNZ, I have a very good specialist. All of my specialists in all departments, they are very good. They are very, very into helping you passing the houseman. But if you are not have the correct attitude to follow instruction, to follow advice, that's it. You won't progress. You will be extended. So the main thing is that despite whatever university you come from, whether it's local or it's overseas, it's the same thing. The same thing. It comes back to your attitude. I have an houseman, Datuk Tan Sri, in charge of the patient. In HSNZ, we have UNIZA and UCSI as medical students who are trained in our hospital. So once the pakar doing the round, the specialist doing the round, there's so many of us. Medical student from 2 university, nursing student, and houseman. So in this particular story, that patient is her patient, is a female houseman, but he stands at the very back of the group. Okay? So the pakar asks, who's in charge of the patient? This patient. So dia angkatlah tangan. So the pakar asks a few questions. The second question, the husband already cannot answer the question. And the pakar, kalau orang Terengganu panggil kok, cerelong sikit. Bukan cerelong bulat, Datuk. Cerelong sikit je. Just a bit luas sikit mata tu ke that particular houseman. And you know what she did? She cried and she ran away. Because of cerelong sikit itu. If you don't understand, please ask your colleague in Terengganu what is cerelong tu. Jegil lah. Kalau bahasa bakunya jegilkan mata. It's not that luas, but sikit je. So, I'm telling you this because if you don't have a strong jati diri to be a doctor, you will be like her. You don't know your patient. Bila kita belum marah lagi pun, you dah tak tahu nak cakap apa perkataan. So you really have to have a very strong jati diri, kena kawal diri semasa berada dalam ward. Tak boleh manja-manja, tak boleh sensitif sangat. You cannot be a doctor if you are sensitive. I tell you. You cannot be sensitive. Kalau you sensitive, you kena desensitize. While you are a medical student. When you are a husband, if you are sensitive, it's very difficult for you. It's very difficult for you. Bila kita sensitif, kita akan rasa orang sengaja picking on you. Sengaja membuat you susah. Sengaja suruh you buat benda yang you tak tahu. So, saya kalau bagi saya ni Prof, saya memang suka belatih ni. Okay, so the correct attitude is once the people tell you to do something, if you don't know, please ask. Tidak ada salahnya bila kita bertanya. Walaupun you datang daripada Universiti Melaya, doesn't matter. Those days they said Universiti Melaya is the best medical student in Malaysia. They said lah. I don't know about nowadays. Tan Sri, I don't know nowadays. Because in HSNZ, we have a medical student from Universiti Melaya, husband, who are keep on extended. Tan Sri, we do have that. Okay, so maknanya sekarang ni keperluan untuk menjadi seorang doktor yang berjaya di dalam latihan ini adalah yang pertama sekali kita sanggup untuk diarah situ sini dalam proses pembelajaran. Kita mesti sanggup untuk mendengar kritikan-kritikan daripada pakar, MO dan juga jururawat. Yang ketiganya, you kena ada keazaman untuk belajar. In HSNZ Medical Department, I have Dr. Zamris, very good. Some of our housemen need to be teach again how to take history taking. I won't tell from where are they. There are of us, housemen, we have to reteach them how to take history. So that's a bit embarrassing, but we have to do. We have to do it. So the main things: correct attitude, willing to learn. And then, kalau ada masalah, cari tempat yang betul untuk mendapatkan nasihat dan pandangan. Saya rasa itu saja, Prof, untuk kali ini. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Saiful. Oh, that's good. Despite the challenge and cabaran yang diberikan oleh Dr. Saiful in the first place, dia betul-betul strike on the husband. That is a good way. I mean, give a challenge and we'll see. But I see all the people, the husband here are smiling after that. That's a good one. So you will find out that these specialists are all a range of people. Ada yang soft, ada yang keras sikit, ada yang keras banget, dan macam-macam lagi. And also your patients. Your patients ada yang lembut, ada yang macam-macam jenis. So it's the time for you to learn from both atas and bawah the patients themselves to learn about humanity, about love, about everything. Yeah. So next I will move to Dr. Mat Shah to elaborate more on your evaluation of housemen that you have done. Yeah. And maybe whatever the challenges ataupun the things yang apa ni yang we found out dekat houseman. Yeah. Now you can make it hot. So that later we will get need from them. Inshallah. Take care.
Okay, terima kasih Prof Arif. The evaluation yang Prof mention tu actually adalah the study that has been done by Hospital Kuala Lumpur. So it's based on the number of housemen di Hospital Kuala Lumpur based on the 2016 intake. I think I mentioned just now, and boleh diambil sebagai iktibar for our new housemen. Among the challenges, issues that you have to take into account is make sure that your logbook is properly filled up. And then the department the killer department is the medical, surgical, orthopedic, plus minus ONG. So these are the major department that you must really do well. And taking into that account, I would like to share some tips based on my number of years of experience. Lagi 2 tahun saja akan bakal bersara. For the new houseman, bila you join any department is the first impression. I mean you must be confident and must be properly dressed when you join the department, because the first impression, the pakar and the head of the department will observe you, especially the first week. Then they can make some judgment at what level you are in. And during that 2 years training, that is the time that you will be trained to enhance, to develop your knowledge, your skills, and your experience, so as to be well prepared. The idea that 2 years after the housemanship with full registration, most of you will be posted to hospital. Kalau MOH kita ada 140 hospital, so all over the country. And in doing so, whatever hospital you will be posted, I think I'm sure ramai ada yang merayu-mendayu to prefer to be near the family sebagainya. Tetapi I think during the MOH that is the best time for you to be posted. I would also preferably kalau those Sabah Sarawak will be the best place you could to see all this range and kind of cases. And sebagai persiapan announcement, also tip yang saya ingin berikan, harapannya seboleh-bolehnya you must explore, you must test all your potential. Kalau boleh everybody to go to pursue your career in planning for the postgraduate study. You must try during your housemanship, after the rotation, then only you develop you punya knowledge in which area that you would like to pursue. Kalau you tak sure, you can ask the head of department or the specialist, kata, is it I'm suitable candidate to do surgical based discipline atau sebagainya. Tetapi my advice is do not delay. Immediately or even during the housemanship, you must make some plan for your career to pursue at least the specialty. Okay, the bidang yang you pilih itu will also rely on whether you would prefer to serve as a government servant. Ataupun kalau you berminat doing some research or teaching, then university will be the best place. Ataupun preferably you want to go for private practice, so you must explore which are the potential discipline and also what area yang you are good at. And also along the way during the housemanship, you will make some mistake, but not to worry, because that is the time for you to learn. No one is perfect, but kalau boleh along the way to have also to develop some leadership skill. And also one important aspect is the attitude. And dealing with the patient, you have to always smile sebagainya. But for my area, because my patient dia tak senyum dan tak bercakap, so I do not have to develop that skill. But for the rest, because with just a smile, I think the patient dia dah heal dah. I think ada famous saying, as a doctor when you train, we do not want to train you as to be so intelligent. Tetapi yang penting we want you to be a safe doctor, because adik-adik bakal houseman bila jadi pakar, maybe you will be going to treat kami yang senior ni, so we want to ensure that you jadi MO, you are safe doctor, so that besok kalau kami pergi, we will get much better by your treatment. I think I lupa one point, but I think that's yang I would like to share for you all for tonight.
what Dr. Ahmad Shah was saying, most of his patients are actually corpse and cadavers, yeah, or mayat, or mati. So smiling to a mayat, I think you better not do that. And in case they want to smile back to you, then you had it. But you have other clients, of course, related to the, OIN disease, kan? And sometimes those are hard clients to, what do you call that, to cope up with. I'll go to Puan. Puan is actually her understanding of things, of the housemanship and the doctor and specialist making, yeah, to add to the talent pool, is in a higher capacity than us. You know why? She is herself a successful ONG specialist, and she saw through her own family anak-anak yang local graduate and other yang what do you call that, graduated from abroad. So maybe she would like to compare that and tell us the difference of things. And also she had done study actually through her daughter, of different houseman attitudes and a lot of things about houseman. I think you can take some more time, to sort of elaborate on this. Silakan, Tuan.
Yes. Alhamdulillah. Life is the best teacher. When you study, you're very focused in the academic side of it. When you start working, then you deal with life patients, then you develop the other skills, right? The soft skills is important. It's so important when you work directly with patients, like in my practice as a private doctor. First impression, very important. You smile the whole day, even if whatever else happened in your private life, right? To the patients, nothing wrong with you, perfect. Okay, and some patients will just tell you, I look at your face, I think I'm already, I feel cured. Yeah? I come here, I see your face, I feel tenang, yeah? So it's the other things, and when they come, you can, private patients different, because you've been following them for a long time, so you know your rapport is good, but get that rapport, the skill to, how to get patients to tell you their private stories, yeah? And sometimes, an example, this comes with skills, they will say something else, but something else is lurking. They are hiding something more sinister, more important, right? You'll be showing symptoms like in pregnancy, hyperemesis, example, yeah? Vomiting away. Never settle until 5 months. Something else is not right. You ask, is everything all right with your family? And they cry in front of you. So there's something, that skills that you will learn while you won't get it in the year 1, yeah? But with time, you get that skills. So medicine is a journey. It's not easy for me to translate. We are all old, so it's learned from the experience. No textbook can tell you that. So I hope when you work, have the right intention, and slowly you get the skills. Patients in Terengganu are first class. They are so good to you. Yeah, you can just talk to them. They reply back. No ulterior motives. You can develop that skills. So work over time. Never mind. Okay, coming back to my own family. Yeah, I'm blessed with 2 doctors. One trained abroad, one trained in MU. Then they married also 2 doctors, both trained abroad. They have matched each other, So anyway, 2 of them work now overseas, and the other 2 are working here in Malaysia. So I also have the opportunity to see how they are faring in these 2 different circumstances. Yeah, one so stressed out, the other one has a nice life comparatively. Yeah. The other one, I have a lot of time to chat with her, Skype, aren't you working? Oh, my off day. How many hours you work today? Today is my 8 days hour work. We have 12-hour day, as long shift, we have a 24-hour, we also have 8 hours. So there's a lot of choices over there, and encourage, at the same time, she can do other things like surveys. It's part of their portfolio. You must have other things that you have to do besides the clinical. And on these sites, we hardly see him, on call, come back, sleep, on call again. Yes, very long hours, very tedious, yeah. And then one just entered the housemanship in a new, very new hospital, only 1 year houseman intake. So brand new hospital, hardly, and she's good, and she finds it, but it's only 3 days now. So what I'm trying to say is, the housemanship training in Malaysia is unfortunately not standardized. It so much depends on your rezeki, where you work, where you get that, what teachers you have, yeah. But still, ultimately, it's how you perceive things, yeah. You can never change. You cannot work the best place for everyone. You might not get that. If you want more training, you go to a busy center. When busy center, you can't have that much time for yourself. So anyway, I wanted to see the situation, so I made a short survey, a 4-day survey about the housemen, how you all fare, how you feel about your training in this country. So if I can have the opportunity to show that. Can you dim the light, please? All right. Can someone help me with this? Okay. Yeah, I know you. Tolong jap. Slideshow. Okay, this I was talking to my daughter. I'd like to see how the housemen here are feeling, and within 2 hours she prepared me the survey questions, the one UK. So how come you know how to do this? I've done it before. She did surveys about how patients are discharged from the hospital. Yeah? She audited the consultants. So that's the strength that I would like you to have. I hope the management can allow such development of your inner skills outside the medical. All right. This is as you know, UK also have got 2-year housemanship training. Probably we copied them, but they are more structured and they have more experience, and they're also on contract basis. Yeah. Okay. Can we dim the lights, please? Tak sempat nak edit properly. The words are a bit small. So it was done last week over a 4-day period. The doctors are from Malaysia, working in Malaysia, but the respondents are from UK, 15%, 40% Malaysians, 1% from Australia, 9% from Indonesia trained, 9% from India, 1% Russia, Egypt trained 15%, Jordan 3%, Ireland 12%. 129 responded in 4 days. That's good. So the idea is to assess the housemanship training in Malaysia to identify areas of concern that needs improvement, to determine the cause of mental health problems amongst housemen. Because I see and I hear a lot of housemen have issues with stress. So these are the questions. Sorry for the small letters. Okay, the question that was put forward was, I can find time for my own well-being on a daily basis. So they will answer whether they agree or disagree. I am able to spend a reasonable amount of my time outside work for family on a daily basis, excluding sleep. I find my lack of sleep endangering patient safety and my own. So they will say whether they agree or not. I have financial constraint and it's affecting my training progress. How do I change over to my next rotation? Because some rotation, some postings needs certain peculiar way of assessment, like exams, like Part 1 exams even in Malaysia hospital. And also now that there are adequate opportunities for me to explore various or preferred medical discipline during outside working hours. That means they can do other stuff besides what they are doing at the moment. I receive ongoing support and motivation. I am taught on the importance of audits. My experience in the hospital environment is comprehensive. There is facility known to me that aim to alleviate my concern. Okay, these are some of the questions. Further, I feel afraid to voice out my concern as I fear possible consequences. That I see, because some of the doctors don't even want to answer the survey in Malaysia. They fear the consequence, even passing these questions, which I find ridiculous. I feel that issues of my emotional well-being are dealt with appropriately. There is an avenue for advocating mental health. So these are the questions, yeah? I don't know whether I should read all this. There is adequate support to help me find my career pathway. There is allowance of dedicated leave, excluding annual leave. I feel reasonably happy being a doctor. And as a parent, there's one question of parent, I feel that my child is going through an understandably challenging time, but I feel reassured that he or she is growing in a conducive training environment. And the last question, what is the most likely reason for my emotional stress? Okay, let's see the response. So 92% who answered this were studied abroad. I don't know why. Those who studied abroad wanted to answer this. Those who are locally trained, I think they fear. I'm so surprised that from school to university to houseman, the fear factor is real among our local grads. That I think should be addressed by the fellow participants in this forum. Okay, 46% from year 2 and 45% from year 1. So these two houseman groups. Okay, the chart shows 3 colors. Pink or red is those who agree to the questions. They agree or fully agree. Yellow disagree, yeah? And blue is neutral. So time for self, they agree that they have some time for themselves, isn't it? Lack of sleep, a lot of them, as not surprising, say they have lack of sleep. Financial constraint, not a big issue. Audits and quality assurance education, they don't feel that they're getting that. All right. So the question came from someone who's overseas, yeah. So that is one of the things that they do. So they find it's lacking here. Career support, hardly. 1/3 agree only. Counseling options, they agree. They have about 80% agree to that. Sorry, 60% agree to that. Fear of voicing opinions, see, a lot of them fear to voice out. So they're working in a very fearful, especially the contract states now, they just do their own thing, don't want to appear too voiceful, don't want to appear problematic. That is a downside of having such a critical assessment for housemanship, I feel. Mental health support and mental health education is a big chunk of people having that issues. Okay, at the pie chart, looking at about their life, yeah, away from doing their medical training. So now you see that I am able to spend a reasonable amount of my time outside working hours on a daily basis. 21 says they have only like 30 minutes to 1 hour for self. And another 30% says they have like 1 or 2 hours. So more than half, they have only that nice 1 or 2 hours for themselves, apart from sleeping and other routine work. Yeah, so that's a small time to do, like, you know, career, other things apart from career. Too bogged down with work. Okay, next issue. There are adequate opportunities for me to explore various preferred medical disciplines during or outside working hours. 39 feel that. 40% feel that inadequate opportunities. So, I mean, it's not surprising, but I'm sure you like Generation Y, they like to do things, not just medicine. So because of that expectation, you feel that it's not enough. So it can be looked as a positive or even a negative. You have to modify your expectation in order to not be stressed looking at this, isn't it? Okay, there is adequate support to help me find my career pathway. What does majority say? They have, okay, just now you were talking about what to do, what's my interest, how to go forward. 34% says they only get this from, 38% says from personal discussion. We have no proper avenue for them to really have a depth discussion about their career pathway, isn't it? See, blue, yeah? 38% says it's only with one-to-one personal discussion. No formal platform available, yeah? Green. No formal platform. Now, leave. There is allowance of dedicated leave, 44% says time off given, but it will be deducted from my annual leave. So then the other 30% says adequate time off is allowed. So you see, like 2/3 find that that's a problem for them. Okay, if we ask them what is the one most important point to be mentioned during this forum? Equally distributed, right? So 27% says please reduce the tagging hours. 25% says flexibility on annual leave. Yeah? So half the time they would like more time for themselves. And am I going too fast? Okay, now, emotional stress. What is the most common reason for them to have stress issues? This one I think we should address. Yeah? 78% says it's the attitude problem of their colleagues and the seniors. I'm afraid that when the housemen qualify, they might pass down this same attitude to their juniors. So we are encouraging a bully system. They have a bad time during their housemanship training. When they qualify, they say, now it's your turn. So we are not breaking the problem. Yeah, we are not addressing this. So we should have, it's fine to say that Generation Y, it's fine to say that they're manja, but we have to address, they're not like us, not like our breed. Yeah, we have nowhere to turn to, we just keep slogging. Okay, a parent was asked, I feel that my child is going through an understandably challenging time, but I feel reassured that he or she is growing in a conducive training environment. What does the majority say? Neutral. So apparently, like our time, they don't mind their children work so hard, I think. They have no comments either way. Yeah? So that's what your parents feel. You're not getting any much support from your parents. Okay, from this survey, short one, but we see that a lot of housemen are unhappy. They have inadequate social hours. So they say, is it worth it? Something of changing or even quit. Correct or not? Yeah? Some quit and came back, all sorts of things happening nowadays. Mental health support needs to be made known to housemen. They know it's going to be tough, but we should provide for them people that they can get counseling. And audits, again, it should be provided as other things to be done during the training, I would say. So also, when you, like Saiful mentioned just now, when you come to work, you will have introduction time, induction course. Be prepared, be well prepared when you come in here. Maybe the hospital also should give you a starter pack on what to expect. You know that, yeah? Incentives for seniors to alleviate work pressures, therefore they improve working environment. I don't know what this can be done locally. What I'm trying to say is a human touch, human factor. If they are kind housemen, they are treated well, when they become MO and seniors, they will give the same, they do the same to the juniors. Yeah? You expect that, and eventually you get good, well-trained, motivated specialists as a product of all this. Okay. All right, so this is a short survey, but I feel that we should have such a survey done to the lecturers or the specialists or the head of department as well, to see what actually is the state, the actual state on the ground. Okay, and I feel that for supervision, it should be standardized. If we are new, the contract system is also new, but the hospital are different, the people managing are different. It's not fair to give the authority, a power, sole authority on the head of department, or to give an evaluation. We should have a more standardized method of supervision for the clinical and the educational aspects of training. Maybe have portfolio, where they can write, or the logbook where things are, there's evidence of the training. And part of them should be feedback from the team members, which is not just the doctors, but also the nurses and the ward clerks, and other people that you think is important while they undergo training. And we must address their concerns, so that they're not too late and they become, they leave the job, or they have to see a psychiatrist. I heard some doctors admit themselves to see a psychiatrist. They feel that they are too depressed. All right, that's a sad state to be in, isn't it? Doctors become patients because of the work. Okay, so I think that's my last slide. So I hope.
Yeah, thank you, Dewan.
Move
That's
forward
very
positively.
enlightening. Yeah. Though, that's good. Can we have the backlight in place? Everybody's feeling sleepy. I'm feeling sleepy as well, I suppose. Boleh buka lampu lagi tak? Kuat besarkan, cerahkan terus semula. Yeah, the lights is still gloomy. Boleh siapa ada buka lampu, terangkan lampu di belakang? Tak ada? Okay, anyway, we have to move on. Kita nak tanya, we want to ask Dr. Rabiatul Adawi, ya. You started something quite interesting that you heard a lot of things. You kata pasal housemanship dekat Malaysia, dekat sini. We want you to speak it out. Beritahu satu, what did you hear? Yeah, so that we can see what was actually there. No fear or favor. Okay, silakan.
So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, from the survey actually is very good because we have got quite a good points there to talk about housemanship. So I'm going to address a few issues about housemanship, and I would say I'm trying to give like practical tips to new housemen. So first thing first, about what I heard about the bad stuff in Malaysia. Actually, sadly speaking, saya actually nampak lah a few things that actually happened to my friends. Alhamdulillah, I've been blessed with saya tak ada experience yang teruk lah masa houseman. Tapi I've got friends quitting. I've got a few housemen, my houseman friend, MIA, missing in action, and they have got very depressed. Some diagnosed with bipolar disorder because I got depression, and then with the medication got the manic state and all. From what I heard and also my experience with my friends, I would address about humiliating. I don't agree about humiliating. Humiliating for me is unacceptable because it happens a lot in medical profession, I would say, sadly speaking, to housemen. Because even from the patient point of view, from the seniors, in some occasion, if they hear houseman, they already have bad impression. For some people, I won't say everyone, because I've got good experience with my housemanship, I would say, but then it happens. So, for example, saying like something like stupid or such words, I think it's not professional, because I've never seen that in UK. Sorry to say, but then people would say I might be comparing things, but then they are not. We are so proud we are from the Muslim country, but then I've never seen such things in a non-Muslim country. That's the first thing. Other thing, bad things. I've seen my friend being chased from the operation theatre. I've heard my friend cried because being said stupid during the walk round. My friends chased from the ward rounds, being asked to just leave the wards. My friends cannot even finish their presentation about patient when they start because they don't know the cases. Yes, on paper, we expected to come to work 7 to 10. But then, just imagine all the housemen sometimes came at 5 a.m. just to know about patient. Sometimes it's quite sad if some seniors would say like something like, oh, if you think you cannot get to know a lot about housemen, then come earlier. Then what time you expect the housemen come? They already come at 5. Because sometimes if they take care of, like, for example, one cubicle, they have got 8 to 10 patients in the cubicle, and then one patient have got long history, 5 years of all the the cancers are now it's already stage 4, how many CT scans they have undergone. We cannot expect them to know everything. Sometimes the expectation is quite, I don't know, I don't know how to say, but then yeah, that's some of the bad stuff that I heard and actually experiencing. But Alhamdulillah, I would say, saya tak lalu hilang benda tu sebab I think everyone has got their own pace, their own style of working. But then it comes both ways. I won't say everything that seniors do wrong, and I won't say everything housemen do is right, because we have got both ways to improve if we really want to improve the housemanship system. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure where things, you know, we have said that the gamut of people, the range of people, yang you know, of specialists, the big range. Yeah, I'm sure this is one of few of cases. So you know, you can speak it out, of course. And when one bad case happen, yeah, things will be bloated up, right? And of course, good things are always along the way. Move on. Yeah. I don't expect actually Dr. Saifur Rahman to, you know, what shall I say, interject on those what do you call that, points. But can I sort of give a few questions to you? All right. A few questions at the same time. Satu, we've got students who are from the universities. They are best students, very good students. We saw them good, and the way they do things, you know, we rank them high. But when they get into Siswaza, yeah, when they get to Siswaza, they are in a way nowhere, yeah, nowhere. In the sense that they have talents, they were good before, but you know what happened along the way, that they die out in terms of their strength and capacity. Yeah. Secondly, is that yeah, this is to respond to adakah ada pakar-pakar yang memang kita kata tidak mesra ibadah, bukan ibadah ya, mesra, what do you call that, yeah, houseman ya, adakah benda gitu? And adakah juga benda ni mengurangkan bakat yang ada, yang tadi menenggelamkan bakat, satu. Yang related to that juga, do we have, as we had for the houseman, time to time, you know, collective discussions and collective, do we have time to sort of standardize in a way the running of the houseman training of the what they call specialists that we have in the hospitals? Silakan, Dr. Saifur.
Thank you, Prof. I a bit agitated hearing Tuan presentation and words from our Dr. Rabiatul, but then I will answer Prof question first. So the first one is that the brilliant students in SPM in our undergraduates, yeah, I would say we give all the knowledge, we trained you in the university in all sort of things. But I would say in my experience, looking at the houseman in HSNZ for about 2 years, I would say these brilliant students, when they are on the wards, actually, they have all the knowledge. If you ask them, they will answer. But once you facing a real patient from the history, physical examination, and once you want to formulate a plan of treatment for the patient, you cannot apply your knowledge. You actually cannot apply your knowledge, what to do first, what to do second, what to do third. You cannot make a triage of your treatment to the patient. Yeah? For example, if the patient from the ED went to the medical ward, you clerk the patient, and you think you are so good, you know everything, you change the diagnosis, you change the treatment. From the ED seen by MO to the ward, you as a husband see the patient, saw the patient again, and one thing, as I said before, you cannot formulate a treatment. You cannot use your knowledge to formulate a treatment for the patient. Gagal kat situ lah yang saya nampak from my experience. Secondly, because sometimes, I don't know lah, saya ni bukannya brilliant sangat pun masa student dulu. So, yang saya nampak, yang memang star semua-semua ni, bila dia masuk kat ward, you tend to macam belittle other people diagnosis, especially from ED. That's my own experience, a little bit of microanalysis that we have done in HSNZ. That's what I can say. And next thing, as I said previously, usually these brilliant students, they came in with their own sets of nilai. Dia ada kriteria dia sendiri dah. Bila dia tengok patient, dia nak buat macam ni, macam ni, macam ni, macam ni. Probably ordered all sort of investigation. Once the MO came in, review the patient, the MO might say, this is not needed, this is to do later, not today, probably after discharge. And then they find this kind of criticism to them is not, tak patut lah dia orang rasa macam tu. So that kind of attitude is not good lah actually. You are not able to accept criticism from other people. So that makes you macam bila kita rasa orang Terengganu kata kesong. Put down. So jadi next time you saw another patient with the same problem, you just cincai. Saya buat bagus-bagus pun MO tak setuju pun dengan saya. That kind of attitude tu ada. Okay, so that is first question. The second question is apa tadi Prof, saya tak ingat dah.
The junior doctors get from their own punya those who are supposed to facilitate and
this is macam Dr. Rabiatul sebut, husband kita kena jerit stupid, kena halau daripada ward. Actually that is happening. Why is happening? Why is happened? Okay. Me myself, I was 2 years in anesthesiology and 2 years as a surgical MO. My way of teaching my husband is that first time you do the mistake, I will teach you, I will show you, I will teach you. Second time also, I will teach you, I will show you how to do it. The third time, I will katok dengan tender hammer. You are not learning. I have been telling you 2 times already. Those people who get chased out from the ward and who get kena jerit stupid tu, those kind of people. We have been telling you 1 time, we telling you 2nd time, still the same mistake occurred. So kalau you pun 2 kali ajar orang yang sama masih buat tak betul kali ketiga, what do you feel? How do you feel? Honestly. Mesti you rasa nak cekik-cekik je dia tu. And then, ni memang related second question dan juga boleh menjawab persoalan yang dikemukakan oleh Dr. Rabiatul tadi. In the middle of presentation, the specialist cut you out. Because your presentation is upside down here and there, everywhere. It's not structured. We have been teaching you, I'm sure Tuh Puan also agree with me, we have been teaching you in medical school, you have to think ecosystem. You say first thing first. Okay? Jadi kalau you present case tu cacar merbak, memang orang akan sakit hati lah. As I said, kita dah bagi tahu. You present salah, kita tak marah the first time. Kita tahu you are learning, you are under training. We are going to teach you, to tell you how to do it. Kan? Tapi kalau every time you present, kita kena betulkan, PPK pun bengang. Pembantu perawatan kesihatan, attendant, amah those days. Okay, so that's the thing lah, Prof. Okay, so but I would like to point out a few things from Tuhan presentation. Actually, in HSNZ we have PIBG for the houseman. Persatuan Ibu Bapa untuk houseman. The first day husband report duty to HSNZ, Dr. Azmi will call the parent. Sit down in Dewan bilik mesyuarat together. In HKL, they have a very good support group for the houseman. Ada kelab dia. And then, arahan daripada kementerian kepada Timbalan Pengarah Perubatan Negeri, you have to meet houseman at least 2 times a year. Minimum 2 times a year. You have to. That's the venue of the houseman to voice out anything. Anything at all directly to the Timbalan Pengarah Perubatan Negeri. In that session, only houseman and me. Tak ada wakil daripada pengarah hospital, tak ada wakil daripada pakar mana-mana, tak ada. So, isu takut nak suarakan tu tidak ada, sepatutnya tidak ada. Saya tak tahu macam mana negeri lain conduct benda ni, tapi di Terengganu at least 2 times a year I will meet all the housemen in Hakmaman and HSNZ, and kita akan dengar permasalahan. Biasanya pengalaman saya 3 tahun dah buat benda ni. Apabila kita duduk bercerita, kita tanya ada soalan ke, ada nak cerita apa, nak tahu semua-semua tu, the first 30 minutes tu memang semua senyap. The minute one houseman say something, semua orang, macam tu. So, kita dah cakap, you dengan me sahaja hospital tak tahu. Kalau you complain anything to me pun, kita tak akan cakap dengan pengarah hospital ke HOD bahawasanya fulan si fulan yang bagi tahu kita. We won't mention names. I'm not sure whether Dr. Rabiatul pernah dengar saya punya tu, saya tak pastilah. Pernah? Banyak kali pun Dr. Rabiatul sebut. Okay? Jadi, venue for houseman untuk mendapatkan khidmat counselling, kalau di HSNZ, we have 1 MO to look after all of you. Kalau HSNZ, we have Dr. Balkis. Dia ada pejabat dia sendiri yang you all boleh pergi bila-bila masa sahaja untuk jumpa, untuk suarakan apa-apa masalah. And in Terengganu, always, every time after my meeting with the husband, I will put up my number, my private number. If you have anything to ask, please message me, please call me. And there are a few of you who did message me, telling me 1 or 2 issues, yang dia orang takut nak cakap masa dalam dewan tu, then I'll get my pengarah hospital to sort it out. But I won't mention names. Okay, so nak bagi tahunya houseman, kalau you mengadu dekat Dr. Bahkis HSNZ, dia tak tahu, buat lembu kenyang, dia orang Terengganu kata, you have your pengarah hospital. Your pengarah hospital pun tutup mata, tutup mulut. I'll always telling my husband, you have me in JKN. We JKN Timbalan Perubatan di negeri, in every state was given a mandate from our pengarah in perkembangan. If anything the husband complain to you, you don't do anything, and that complaint went to the kementerian, they will screw us. So tangan kita memang terikat tu puan. If something comes up to us, we have to settle it. If it's not settled, it went somewhere to YBMK or DG, habis you. Okay, so kita Timbalan Perubatan di semua negeri sangat-sangat jaga perkara ni lah. Okay, saya rasa itu saja kot Prof. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Saiful. It shows to us it's not that easy to bridge the gap between Gen X and Gen Y. And maybe kalau the husband could not come to you, mungkin the parents could come to you since you have the PIBG. Yeah? So lastly, before we open to question, yeah, very quickly, I won't let Datuk Dr. Mat Shah go. He was the one person yang what do you call bertanggungjawab ke atas looking at a lot of high profile cases in Malaysia. Contoh dia Highland Tower, contoh dia Susilawati, contoh dia the MH370, was it not? 370, yeah, 370, and 317, yeah, or 7017. Okay, good. All right. So all these kind of things, please enlighten us in this sense, to sort of trigger us all of the goodness and the interesting part in forensic and pathology, meanwhile telling the young doctors of how to get into it as an exemplary of getting into a specialization. Silakan.
Okay, terima kasih Prof. So briefly on the forensic medicine ataupun perubatan forensik seperti yang Prof Arif mention, especially untuk adik-adik sekiranya in future you berminat untuk menceburi bidang ini after your housemanship, and then at least another 1 or 2 years compulsory service, then boleh memohon to undergo the master's program, actually bersama dengan Masters of Pathology, 4 years program. Locally cuma ada 2 tempat, Universiti Melaya dengan UKM. And as I mentioned just now, bidang ini sebenarnya tidak ramai yang begitu berminat. I think one of the reasons is that dealing with dead body. Dan yang keduanya, I think one of the most important aspect, you have been trained as a medical student for 5 years with medical knowledge how to clerk patient. Tetapi bila jadi pakar forensik, you cannot clerk your patient because they will not answer. Dan yang keduanya, bila pergi mahkamah, you are being clerked by the lawyer. Dia cuma kata, doktor, ya atau tidak. You don't like that kind of question. Tapi bidang ini can be very interesting. At times, we do get involved with bencana ramai mangsa, mass disaster or high profile cases. And our services actually based on kehendak keperluan undang-undang negara, whereby any kematian yang mencurigakan, the police will investigate and then will request the forensic doctor to perform the examination. So bidang ni we do not, for those yang berminat untuk network dengan the other agency, dengan polis, dengan lawyer dan selalu suka ke lapangan, this will be the area that kalau for those you malas nak clerk patient, malas nak prescribe dan sebagainya, cuma on our part we will only issue death certificate. Kami tidak issue MC. Okay. And okay, keperluan for those yang berminat, one thing you must have an inquisitive mind ataupun investigative mind, and then you want to know more, because dealing with the dead, whatever the finding will be used by the court to make some decision, especially kalau kes pembunuhan, must be really foolproof because the judge will make decision to take another person's life. And interesting part for this profession, sekiranya ada big disaster, then we work as a team for the whole country. Yang the biggest challenges yang we have gone through is the MH17 experience was of international interest. Our team were being called to go to Ukraine, and then the body transferred to Netherlands. We were sent to Netherlands bulan puasa raya di sana dan sebagainya lah. So it was a good experience. So I would like to invite adik-adik after your housemanship, for those yang berminat, do come forward. We would really like to have more because we do not have enough for the country. And contohnya kalau di Sarawak at the moment, we have only one lady forensic pathologist, and she is moving all over the place, Miri, Sibu, sebagainya. Because our services berbeza dengan the clinical services. Patient from primary, tertiary, primary, secondary, tertiary, the patient will move. But for us, kalau the case bunuh di Miri, the patient will stay put, and the doctor will have to move there to perform the examination. So those are some of the aspect yang saya boleh bincangkan. But it is profession yang memerlukan some dedication. It can be very interesting and challenging, and at times it can be very hectic. Do welcome for those yang berminat, and it's not only dealing with dead body, forensic also ada another aspect, the clinical part. We do also examine case polis seperti sexual offences, child abuse, domestic violence dan sebagainya. Okay, bro.
Okay, I think we have ventured a long time. I would like to open this session, the forum, to questions from the floor. Silakan. Silakan. And please identify yourself and where you are now. I think so. Yeah? Macam PIBG.
Assalamualaikum and selamat malam. So my name is Dr. Abdul Karim. I'm an anesthetist and also a lecturer from UNIVERSITI. Okay. So I'm not really the question, but I want to concern what I observe in current setting in our hospital. Okay. So basically, we are the one that treating the houseman badly. Why? If you notice that for the consent of surgery, who will take the consent? By right, those who are doing the surgery, or the assistant that being trusted by the surgeon. But nowadays, most of the consent is being taken by the houseman, which they have a knowledge, but they have no clinical knowledge. So they don't know how to communicate with the patient, don't know how to get the consent. Okay. At the end, what they did, makcik minta cap jari, and makcik pun hulur tangan, cap jari. And then when we come to OT for operation, me as anesthetist, I will ask, makcik nak potong kaki ke? And then makcik looking at me. So, and then I will look at the houseman. So, meaning that we are the one that causing stress to the houseman. We yelled at them, we marah orang, but we put the very big responsibility to them to get the decision for the patient. And secondly, the issue of referral from one discipline to one discipline. Okay, by right, interdisciplinary referral must be by MO. But nowadays, it only occurs for the 6 patient. But for me, as anesthetist and also managing ICU patient, when the houseman inform a case to me, I will give a package of 20 questions. And worse, if I'm in ICU, if the husband refer case to me, I will give a 50-question package about the patient. Okay? And of course, when you are busy doing a case and you get the referral from the husband, and we ask so many questions and they couldn't answer it because they have no knowledge or limited knowledge about that case. The one who is supposed to do the referral is the medical officer. But nowadays, it's upside down. Okay? I don't know what happened to the MO. MO was so busy in what other thing, but they left it to the houseman to take the consent and to do the referral. And of course, when talking with the anesthetist, you can easily kena maki. Because anesthetist, we want all the detailed information. And sometimes I feel pity for the husband because they're being mangsa keadaan. The husband being stressed because of the MO. Okay, you husband, you inform NS about this case. You husband, you take the consent. Okay, and which are supposed to be done by the more senior doctor. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yeah, I suppose those are the stress factors or things to name. Well, in both cases, mungkin the anesthetist pun stress juga ya. Okay.
I would like to respond, please. Prof. Dr. Karim was my senior when I'm doing anesthetic posting previously. And very true what Dr. Karim has said. I've learned from the good, the best. And just to tell you something, my story, after 4 years I'm leave the anesthetic and NS posting, I got to know from my nurses, I have a very bad reputation as anesthetic MO. Why? Because if the husband in the ward tahu saya on call OT that night, they won't notify the case to me. because I will ask 20, 50 questions. That was in 2003-2004. Getting back to the Dr. Karim punya pernyataan itu, we have been telling our head of department since 2015 when I became Timbalan Pengarah Negeri in JKN. We have a Mesyuarat Ketua Klinikal Negeri Terengganu where all the HODs and all the head of service in Terengganu in one meeting, I have been telling them because the Kementerian is aware of this condition actually. We passed the worst job to the houseman, reveal the bad news to the houseman, ask them to take consent. But actually since 2015, I've been telling my pakar, our pakar HOD, as rightly said by Dr. Karim, those who are operating is the one should take the consent, or at least the MO. Rightly said by Dr. Karim, makcik tanda tangan kat sini without even explaining anything to them. Okay? So maknanya sekarang ni dengannya Dr. Karim bercerita dengan saya pada hari ini, nampaknya mesej saya kepada pakar-pakar, kepada HOD masih lagi belum sampai ke akar umbi nampak gayanya. I have a big challenge to change this. Okay? So saya rasa benda tu sangat betul lah. InsyaAllah saya dengan kapasiti Timbalan Negeri, Perubatan Negeri akan berusaha sekuat mungkin untuk mengubah perkara-perkara inilah. Terima kasih Prof.
Yeah, thank you for the spirit. We have question from Prof. Zawawi, our renowned.
Cuba saya nak bagi pandangan sedikit lah. Saya tak apa setuju sebenarnya dengan kenyataan itulah. Sebenarnya kalau kita tengok pada houseman kita, dari segi mereka belajar banyak kepada responsibility. Kalau kita dulu macam ingat dulu yang selalu kita sebut dulu tu kita banyak responsibility. Lepas tu kita belajar banyak. Tapi saya tengok sekarang ni contoh yang betul-betul saya nak tanya ni, Dr. Karim dah highlight yang tu. So kita buang satu-satu responsibility daripada houseman. So saya selalu nyatakan pada student saya, sebenarnya houseman buat kerja ni bukan kerja houseman pun. Kerja KHAMIS je, 2/3. So saya tak perlu mengajar di UNIVERSITI sebenarnya sebab yang tu kerja tolak pasien, kerja angkat pasien, kerja kadang-kadang pergi ambil urinan kat pasien, hantar kat pasien. Jadi tak banyak kerja-kerja yang memerlukan ke MBBS punya ni. Mungkin 1/3 sajalah. Yang banyaknya di situ adalah ketekunan untuk bekerja, untuk menerima apa-apa aduan. Lepas tu ke sabar, lepas tu good attitude. Kalau you dapat yang tu dah boleh survive dah. Dari segi knowledge tu rasanya tak banyak sangat. Jadi sebab tu jadi berubah. Jadi paradigm shift tu berlaku disebabkan oleh kita buang dia punya responsibility. Contohnya saya terlalu terasa sangat je bila nak buat satu prosedur saya kena counter sign you punya consent form tu. Sebenarnya Dr. Karim dia dah praktis yang tu sebab houseman memang tak dibenarkan. Sebenarnya dibenarkan counter sign untuk apa tu, untuk sign untuk consent, tapi kita sebagai specialist ataupun MO yang nak buat prosedur kena counter sign balik atas tu. Itu prosedur yang dia buat di KT lah, SNZ. Jadi itu satu yang saya nak sebut. Yang kedua MC sebenarnya. So dulu houseman memang boleh bagi MC pun. Jadi dia merasa bertanggungjawab lah. Tapi sekarang kita dah buang yang tu lah. Jadi ada perkara yang tertentu yang kita buang dia punya responsibility. Jadi dia tak rasa nak belajar. Tak ada challenge untuk belajar di situ. Saya ingat saya nak tanya 3 soalan tu straight. Sebab mungkin tak ada masa lepas ni. Lepas tu yang kedua, saya ada pengalaman dari segi bekerja di hospital. Lepas tu saya pergi ke universiti. Jadi saya nampak di situnya yang gap yang besarnya adalah expectation daripada pakar, daripada hospital sangat jauh berbeza dengan universiti. Saya bagi contoh yang lebih tepat adalah dari segi medication. Ada mungkin boleh ingat kalau you masuk di houseman, first thing yang you kena buat, nak tulis ubat. Propanolol berapa dos dia, metoprolol berapa dos dia, antibiotik, hotem berapa dos dia, kena tulis very detail. Lepas tu nak discharge patient, houseman yang kena tulis medication. Itu knowledge yang diperlukan sebagai seorang houseman. Tapi di universiti kita tak mengajar kamu cara tu. Contohnya soalan lagi adalah viva di masa houseman yang diberitahu kepada saya oleh semasa viva, semasa interview untuk jadi houseman. Mereka tanyakan macam mana nak buat dilution, you punya norek, dobutamine berapa nak buat dilution, berapa banyak sisi nak ambil. Kita tak pernah ajar you macam tu. Jadi itu yang ditanya masa mula-mula nak jadi houseman. Jadi expectation daripada KKM, daripada hospital itu sendiri sangat jauh daripada apa yang diajar oleh universiti. Universiti tak pergi sedetail tu. As long you tahu, oh yang ni beta-lactam group antibiotik, yang lain tu you kena tahu detail lah. You tahu, you baca sendirilah, you boleh hidup. Itu yang dari segi soalan yang kedua lah. Dari segi hospital expectation, especially expectation, dengan apa yang kita ajar di universiti sangat jauh berbeza. Saya tengok di situ memang jauh lah. Jadi sebenarnya bila saya masuk di universiti, kita cuba pelan-pelan buat. Contohnya macam kita buat pharmacology, kita ada buat therapeutic round, kita ada buat pharmacology teaching. Cuba ajar student tu sikit untuk itu. Yang ketiga last sekali yang saya nak bangkitkan di sini adalah isu yang besar sebenarnya. Kalau sesiapa yang pergi dekat national area mungkin boleh bawa isu ni. Masalah yang saya sebut tadi itu penyakit jiwa dalam houseman ataupun sama ada stres ataupun psychotic disease. Ingat, saya pun mungkin banyak ingat kes-kes yang kita ada. So kita bila dekat di hospital kita rasa terlalu marah kepada universiti yang meluluskan pelajar yang mengidap penyakit jiwa. Saya ingat Syah mungkin ingat yang batch kita yang sesiapa yang pernah ada, rakan kita yang ada, mereka tak akan lepas dari universiti kalau mereka mengidap psikotik, especially kalau macam skizofrenia. Tetapi di universiti kita rasa terlalu susah untuk mengambil tindakan sebab di universiti dia mengambil kira universiti itu sebagai kamu belajar dan belajar tak semestinya bekerja. So you gain the knowledge but not necessarily you work. So you gain the knowledge tapi tak semestinya you buat kerja. You jadi mekanik tapi tak semestinya you buat mekanik, mungkin buat kerja lain kan, mengajar ke. Jadi itu 3 soalan yang nak tanyalah. Terima kasih.
Saya jawab dulu Prof. Okay, saya rasa first question tu was was answered more or less previously, but regarding the MC, and I want to correct myself. Actually, the Medical Act is 1971. Okay, so Prof. Zamawi, regarding the MC, actually in the Medical Act, it was stated as a licensed practitioner. Houseman is not licensed, so they are not eligible to write the MC. Yeah? That's very clear in Medical Act. Yeah? So they cannot. Yeah? Even those days, yeah, our PPP also given out MCs. Yeah? Actually, it is wrong. Yeah? Our kementerian only realized that only probably maybe 5-10 years back, and they make an amendment, keluarkan surat lain khas daripada DG himself, memberi kelonggaran kepada PPP untuk mengeluarkan MC di klinik-klinik kesihatan yang tiada pegawai perubatan at one time. When our Klinik 1 Malaysia ditubuhkan, another issue, there's no MO in Klinik 1 Malaysia, and our MAs are giving out MCs. Then again, our DG came out with another letter, telling only certain areas sahaja PPP boleh keluarkan MC, and then that MC, the patient need to go to the nearest KK the next available day to get the countersigned. It's very troublesome to the patient. That's the issue with the MC, because it's very clear in Medical Act, only licensed practitioner are eligible to given out MC. Okay. For the third question, gap between teaching and practicing, Tuan, I don't know, Prof mentioned before the houseman coming to the system during the interview, that kind of question was asked. I don't know about other interview, tapi masa saya menjalankan interview kepada pelajar-pelajar, I would not ask question like that. Memang it's not fair, memang sangat tidak adil untuk menanyakan soalan sebelum pegawai perubatan itu bertugas macam mana nak menyediakan larutan ubat Nora, Dopa and so on. Saya tak tahu siapa yang soalan berkenaan, tapi kalau habis mereka posting, we housemen are expected to know at least how to prepare, what kind of solution we need to use for the dilution, and what kind of infusion rate you need to order to the nurses. Because once you finish your houseman, you will be posted everywhere all over the country. You may end up in KK Sipitang in Sabah. You don't have immediate specialist care over there. You may end up in KK Tengkawang in Hulu Terengganu, which is about 30 minutes to the nearest hospital, non-specialist hospital. So we are expected housemen finishing medical posting need to know at least to dilute and to order a safe amount of infusion of this kind of drugs to the patient while transporting the patient to the nearest specialist care. Okay, but as mentioned by Prof also, expectation between Kementerian and university probably is not the same. So maybe probably Tuh Puan may elaborate on that. Thank you.
Oh, okay. The night is getting long. Actually, when you work is when you learn these skills. Right? Don't get over worried. When you are learn the right stuff, you must know the basic of a lot of how to be safe. But the actual on the ground too is that time when you're doing the housemanship. Okay, remember there's no excuse if after your housemanship you cannot do basic medication prescription. In private practice, consultant tour ni do houseman job. We clerk the patients, we don't take the blood sample, alhamdulillah. We call the anesthetist. Anesthetist baik pula in private practice. What have you got? Appendix. What can I do? Up to you lah, man. Terbalik kan? Tak tanya HB berapa, what's the latest blood count. Baik pula, dia sendiri check. So there's a change of change in character when they go to private. But in the government, yes, the anesthetist can be quite a pain to please. So you learn, you cannot change such system, you learn how to get by. Yeah, so I hope that this session tonight has opened up your eyes onto the problems, the challenges that you have to face, what are the good, what are bad, what are the situation you expected. But you have to be strong here. Yeah? Mental stress comes from expectation doesn't meet the actual. So modify your expectation so that you're not so stressed. And there are avenues to look out for avenues where you can discuss and get help early. Yeah? You identify you have a problem, you get help early, inshallah.
Thank you, Tuan Puan. May I use my discretion prerogative to sort of point out somebody to respond to certain issues, just one issue. If I could ask Dato' Sri Abu Hassan to, no, he was talking about this, the HRD and the educating the mind. Is there any place that we can sort of put up, for educating the mind to allay stress from, both ways, the provider and the other support, the houseman, yeah. Thanks.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you. Ya, Datuk Zubaidi pun suruh saya bercakap. Sebenarnya, first and foremost, saya ni daripada Malaysian Medical Council. Ya. Saya nak beritahu fakta-fakta penting dulu. This is the facts dulu. Fakta pertama, iaitu setiap graduan yang mempunyai degree yang diiktiraf oleh kerajaan Malaysia. Sama ada you punya SPM result semua cermin mata, cangkul-cangkul 99 ataupun AAA, semuanya diberi kewajipan negara Malaysia memberi kamu training. Maksudnya perkataan yang digunakan ialah housemanship is a training program. Apa maksudnya? Maksudnya kalau anda dapat semua A nak masuk UNIVERSITI, tetapi kawan anda dapat semua 8 nak pergi ke Ukraine, bila balik tu semua satu taraf. You know, everybody have got the same status. Iaitu mandatory bagi kerajaan Malaysia memberi training, katanya training untuk doktor yang mempunyai degree. Anyway, kita sekarang telah modify sedikit ya. Kerana apa Majlis Perubatan Malaysia akan buat ialah semua yang nak dapat kerja sebagai doktor mesti ambil common licensing exam. Yang ini sebenarnya kita berharaplah asalnya nak beri kepada semua. Tetapi ada yang mengatakan kita beri untuk all those who balik daripada luar negara kena ambil licensing exam. Tapi ini masih dibincangkan, kabinet tak approve dan berbagai lah. Itu fakta pertama ya. Fakta yang kedua sebenarnya housemanship di negara ini bukan 2 tahun, sepatutnya setahun je. Tapi entah mengapa-ngapa, entah apa buat 2 tahun pula, you know. We all sebenarnya, we don't agree. Kita nak turunkan balik kepada 1 tahun. Mana sempat dah yang tepuk tangan ni medical student. Okay, I tell you what. This meeting was yesterday. Yesterday was a meeting. Okay, saya sebenarnya, you know, saya ni sebenarnya dulu penghulu houseman. Saya juga skomos. Asalnya dulu gaji houseman di University Hospital rendah daripada gaji houseman di hospital kerajaan dululah. Tapi zaman saya kami buat work to rule. Tanyalah Tan Sri Amin. Kami buat work to rule and kami boycott universiti. Kami semua tak kerja universiti. Lepas tu barulah gaji di houseman di universiti dengan di kerajaan, di hospital kerajaan disetarafkan. Jadi maksud ni saya ni banyaklah buat perubahan untuk negara ni. Satu lagi. Okey, ini tapi ini satu berita yang tak berapa elok lah. Berita yang tak berapa elok lah. Tapi ada orang Kementerian Kesihatan. Saya mantan Kementerian Kesihatan tahu. Nak beritahu sebenarnya, but don't tell me I tell you this. Kementerian Kesihatan nak buat gini, dia kata untuk all houseman yang cekap-cekap boleh turunkan setahun. Tapi all houseman yang bengak-bengak 2 tahun. Kami semalam cakap macam mana kamu tahu yang bengak? Kalau kamu houseman di Jelebu, dan kamu houseman dengan abang kita ni yang cakap mengajar kan? Jadi it's not fair, correct? It's not fair, right? So there is no standard assessment. So we protested. We kata no such thing. Mana boleh ada houseman boleh dapat 1 tahun, ada houseman dapat 2 tahun, tak boleh. We try. Okay, we're going to write a paper. This paper, me again and a few of my friends going to write again and balikkan houseman ni kepada 1 tahun. Jangan tepuk lagi, belum berjaya. You know why? To be frank with you, Malaysia sahaja yang ada houseman 2 tahun. Kami ni semua yang tua bangka ni semua houseman setahun je tau. Tapi tengoklah how terror we are. Tan Sri Amin, VC pun setahun je houseman. I pun setahun je houseman. Apa saya pula 2 tahun? Bukannya. Nowadays, you know, the concept of dwell time have no relevant to competency. You tahu tak? Konsep competency-based medical practice. Dwell time, how long you are trained doesn't matter. So you doa. Sama-sama malam ni masa doa. Kata boleh turunkan balik houseman kepada setahun. Okay, fakta yang ketiga. Dalam penganalisaan kami, hanya 50% houseman yang boleh tamat housemanship dalam masa 2 tahun. That means 50% houseman tak habis dalam 2 tahun. You know what will happen or not? That backlog. Jadi maksudnya sekarang kita ada 5,000 dari local university. Lagi 5,000 daripada merata-rata. Ukraine lah, I mention your university ya. Mana-mana lah merata-rata. Yang balik dari luar negara ni, dah 10,000. Jadi kalau dalam 1 tahun kita ada 6,000 lah actually. 6,000 houseman datang balik. Jadi yang houseman dalam 2 tahun ni 10,000. Katalah 5,000 tak habis dalam 2 tahun. What will happen? Cannot masuk lah, tak boleh masuk kan, pos tak cukup. So pening. Jadi macam mana? Tapi we promise, mandatory, every one of you balik dengan certificate yang direct class must be given a job. And the worst thing is, kalau you all menganggur 5 bulan, 6 bulan, 1 tahun, you punya kompetensi lagilah turun, betul tak betul? Ada yang pergi jual burger lah, pergi yang Pergi macam-macam you buat business kat luar. So, how you want to be a houseman after 6 months not employed? Betul tak betul? You see the system is not working. It's not your fault actually. Sebenarnya, don't tell whose fault is it lah. Just say there is something wrong somewhere. Now we in Malaysian Medical Council try our best to make sure that you get appointed within 3 months or 2 months. Isunya the backlog 6 months, 1 year is not good for houseman because bila you menganggur, you main your handphone, you buat entah apa-apa you buat kan. Jadi you punya knowledge cannot be conveyed. By the time you start working, okay, let me ask, how many of you housemen yang di sini dapat employment sebulan, 2 bulan semasa balik daripada mana-mana? Ada? How many of you waiting berapa lama? Look at this. Huh? How do you expect them to be competent? Bila masuk dah macam bengap kan, muka basi, muka pulut, masuk mana tak kena bambu. During my time, ini cerita tau, ini cerita. Ini during my time, yang graduate pada UKM ni semua, terus masuk. Lepas tu yang graduate daripada Universiti Melaya, lambat sikit. So houseman daripada UKM occupy semua good posting. Ya? Okay, tak apalah, itu kami dulu. Zaman kami berperang dengan UKM dulu lah. Just anyway, to cut the long story short, our average is only 1 month, 2 months saja. Ada yang straight masuk pun ada. And you all 6 months. Now what's the problem? The problem is, we have too many graduate but no post. Now that's why kerajaan Malaysia sekarang beri kamu 5 tahun kontrak, betul? 5 kontrak, lepas tu sama ada you bagus tak bagus, boleh extend. Itu pun satu juga. Macam mana boleh bagus tak bagus? Kita pun kalau ada kamu muka brutal sikit and then your MO pun muka brutal berkelahi tiap hari, mana kamu jadi bagus? Tak boleh jadi bagus, betul tak? Our problem is that houseman assessment in this country, it is not standardized. Pakai example, we cannot test this, we should not test them on academic competency anymore. We should test them on their skill and competency. Okay, let me give you another story tentang houseman. We also did assessment on how many housemen actually have psychological problem. There is something called medical review panel. Every month we have 300 doctors yang puning kepala, tak boleh kerja. Now, actually, that is only the tip of the iceberg. Because why? The tip of the iceberg ni Amerika-Amerika yang betul-betul frank, depression, schizophrenic, atau that is already frank. Now, a lot of you are undergoing coping mechanism, not able to cope. And many of you become personality disorder. Bukan frank, bukan full-blown schizophrenia. Jadi kalau mereka-mereka yang personality yang menangis, yang tak mudah tangga ambil EL, a lot of them take EL, a lot of them actually MC dan pelbagai lagi. And then the productivity of people with personality disorder memang menurun. Now actually what is the real problem? Now the real problem number one, let me just tell you. Okay, you know this but I'm telling you also. There's no standardized training for housemanship. Betul tak betul? Housemanship are been slaved and then actually all the things that have been said is true. First and foremost, consent cannot be taken by houseman. Consent must be taken by, yang our professor cakap tadi betul. Consent must be taken under MMC. Ya? Consent must be taken by the person who is going to do the surgery. If somebody complain that the consent taken by somebody else, that particular doctor can be punished. You understand? So you all housemen, we tahu, you take a consent, kerana there's something called informed consent. You must inform. Now, the medical regulation, under Medical Act, mengatakan bahawa apabila kamu ambil consent, kamu kena beritahu manfaat operation ini dan kamu juga kena beritahu masalah kemungkinan. Banyak kamu cakap ini kalau operation ini kamu boleh mati juga tahu. Dia nak sign, dia takkan sign kan. Tetapi the truth is you have to be very clear. You must know the complication rate. If you do not know complication rate, you cannot take consent because hak pesakit ialah they must know the benefit, they must know the complication and they must also know the option. Dan this is regulated. Kalau kamu Google informed consent, dia keluarkan semua ni. Ini guideline daripada Malaysia Medical Council. The only person who can explain, katalah Datuk Zubaidi nak operate somebody's brain, dia akan beritahu ini nak menyelamatkan brain. Tetapi ada juga mungkin kamu bangun jadi bingung, tak boleh bercakap nanti. Ada juga atau optionnya biar ajalah kamu bingung terus umpamanya kan. Jadi that they know, and then the family all must know. That is consent. How can housemen explain all this? It's just not correct. That's why I'm just saying. And the other one, tentang MC. Yes, it's true. Tetapi MC ni, like what you said just now lah, MC ni is not so bad lah. MC ni dia boleh, you can actually, those days pun houseman boleh sign. Actually, it's delegated lah. You are delegated to MC. Kalau macam case note kata, okay, discharge MC 1 week to come back after 1 week. Tapi ada arahan daripada MO, actually that's valid because that's called delegated authority. Boleh. MC not too bad, tapi consent tak boleh. Anyway, just finally, small matter. This is a small matter. I am wishing for those who want to be doctor and now who want to be MO, please understand, medical field is very special, it's very honorable. Your expectation to be a good doctor, there have to be a sacrifice. Because there's no easy route to be a doctor. I tell you, all of us here, ini semua, they are brilliant people, they are very successful. Tan Sri Amin, ENT, surgeon, was with me in Edinburgh together. Professor Dr. Zubaidi, neurosurgeon, was with me training together, not pass exam. Masa those days we take exam from UK, United Kingdom. Our cancer expert. Then our pathologist, also in the UK, studied in the UK. Our forensic, the best forensic person in the world. Memanglah mana. People in Europe, call them, the DVI group, the Malaysian DVI group is required to investigate. Masa kapal terbang kita ditembak di Ukraine. Just to tell you that this is a long, tedious journey. But what you must understand is, it is not a sacrifice. It's actually for you to enjoy the journey. During my time, I tell you, you ask, everybody know Abu Hassan. This is the craziest man. I quarrel with everybody. But look at me now. Still quarreling. But I'm the one who gave birth to emergency medicine in this country, you know. So I'm the father of emergency medicine. So, hey, I went through like what you did also. You are going through the time, but enjoy it. Because don't got this idea that don't be pampered. No. If you want to do, for all the Muslim, please lafaz niat. Tiap-tiap pagi kamu bekerja, lafaz niat. Inilah ibadah saya tiap-tiap hari. Masya Allah. You know, every day you membuat ibadah. And where can you get a profession like this? You nak jadi lawyer, penipu tiap-tiap hari, menipu tiap-tiap hari. Hai, you know, kita punya kerja murni. So, why do you want to? If you choose to be or not to be a doctor, and you happen to be in, please don't give up. Enjoy it. Kalau marah-marah ni, gasap pilai ni, mau marah-marah, no worries. In fact, tebalkan muka, tak apa. Because at the end of the day, why you want to be so weak? Because you want to save people's life. You know, you want to be emergency medicine, you tengok muka kena tikam, kena tembak, kena langgar di kereta api, beramak, berapa banyak tayar kan, guru-guru langgar, lepas tu datang ke jabatan kecemasan. You know, and you have the, what we call now, you have the IQ, but we want to develop your ESQ, emotional, spiritual, or emotional social quotient. Now, this have to be developed over time. Now, let me tell you the stress that you are getting. There are 3 types of stress. One, is distress. Most of you are distressed. Sedih, menangis-nangis. No. Convert that into eustress. Eustress ni, you have to have stress to build your resilience. And the third most important one is called stress inoculation. You have to be stressed a little bit, inoculate, until one day you have stress resilience, stress robust. Look at all of us. You nak marah, marah pilah. I tak kisah. Cool, make cool. Danger is my business. You see? So at the end of the day, come on, young doctors. Take the challenge. And why are you so petty, so manja, nak tulis surat ke Perdana Menteri Malaysia, complain, orang cakap saya bodoh. Alah, come on. You want to be a doctor? Take the challenge and be good one. Look at these people up here. You think we walk through a easy journey? I tell you. Zubaidi, my goodness, study with me. Jadi, we call him intermittent intelligence. Satu hari dia very intelligent, next day dia bengang. Good over. Good friend. We will study together. We know, I can tell you all the story about these people. You know, yeah, I tell you. Macam-macam cerita. But you know what? I tell you. If you start thinking this way, you will be a happy person. First, how many people you think want to be a doctor? So many. And how many people are successful like you? Very few. You know, only 5,000-6,000 per year. It sound big number, but it's not that big. So you are privileged few. Number 2, you're already in it and don't waste it. You know how much money your parent or government of Malaysia spend on you. My goodness. You know how much government of Malaysia is paying you? We did the calculation. Your fee for the local university is so small, so little compared to the amount of investment that we make to produce one of you. And please remember, the final word I want to say is managing expectation. 3 expectations. First, your keluarga want to be the honorable doctor. I want to be like those people out here. Want to be proud of you. Number 2, of course, patient and relative expectation for you to do well and to save their life. And number 3, this is what you have to do for yourself. That's called your own expectation. So all this discussion this evening is about to manage your expectation. First expectation is you have to be tough. Second expectation is you don't expect an easy path all the time. And this expectation is because you want to be the honorable great doctor who saved life, you have to learn very fast. You see, it's not wrong for somebody to get very impatient. After dah cakap berkali-kali masih lagi. If you want to know, if you attend my walk round in HKL every Monday, Thursday, bangap, pulut, macam-macam I call them, you know. All the thing I call them. Yeah, I'm like that too. Because why? This is called stress inoculation. If you come to my walk round, you pakai baju hitam macam nak pergi disco, I tell you, go and change. I want an image. My rambut perang-perang tu, tomorrow you die balik, rambut hitam. Why do I do this? I behave like your father. I want you to be a good doctor. I don't want some monkeys. You know, when I'm lying down next time, you come and to try and say, Malah, I tengok muka devil. That itself already. When we were in UK, you ask Zubaidi, you ask Ransri Amin. We want to go for exam in the UK. You know what they told us? Wear baju putih macam ini. You pakai pinstripe jacket. And must not colourful. Must be very... One thing good about UK, they train people to have their personality. And tonight, you go and mirror yourself. Look, tengok mirror. Do you look like a doctor, angel or devil? Some of you, devil plus plus. Huh? So even the personality. That's why if people scold you, okay, because this is, they're kind to you. If they don't scold you, they don't care. If I scold you, that means I care for you. I mean, please understand. In a way lah. Macam lah ini Mazia. Kalau anak marah tiap hari, tapi okay. Because sayang, tidak sayang mana nak marah. You understand what I say? We care for you because look at us. We struggle through and we become champion now. So you want to be champion like us? Struggle through just like us. I tell you this is my last remark. If you think your job is tough, you ask people. During our time, 1 MO, 40 patient, one houseman, 40 patient in the ward. And those monkeys, those MO, my pakar-pakar, those come to my, they want to know everything. Where's the BUSC? Where the kita pun duduk macam, tapi we survive, okay? If you think your workload is a lot, nothing compared to us. But I'm telling you, we survive. You must survive as well. Because we want Malaysians to have great doctors and actually have the personality to be one. And look at these successful people. They are your role model. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Edo. Now you know Dr. Abu Hassan, as we have known him early. Kalau dia tak cakap, tak bagi dia monyok je. Tadi dia cakap tu, now everybody is up. Okay, I don't need to sum up. Would you like to? Yeah, Dato'? No? Yeah. I think he has summed up everything. I think we have a good, nice sort of pick of things, yeah, with Dato' Sri Dr. Abu Hassan talking tadi to wrap up. I know he'll do that. Okay. I wish to now thanks the panelists, yeah, and Tan Sri, Dato' Sri Abu Hassan, Dato' Zubaidi, and Dr. Nitmin, and Datin Nohafiza, and every one of us, Professor Wawi and all, and Dr. Abdul Karim, every one of us for the very beautiful and patient, and I think you all enjoy, yeah, the session as we had. I hope so. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih di atas perhatian yang diberikan. Mari diteruskan lagi dengan penyampaian senda kenangan kepada barisan panel dan moderator kita pada malam ini. Untuk itu majlis dengan sukacitanya menjemput dan mempersilakan yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Naib Chancellor UNIZA dan Tan Sri untuk naik ke pentas untuk menyempurnakan majlis penyampaian senda kenangan pada malam ini. Majlis dengan sukacitanya mempersilakan. Bila dipersilakan yang berusaha Profesor Dr. Tunku Arif Raja Hussein, moderator kita pada malam ini untuk menerima senda kenangan daripada Datuk VC. Seterusnya dipersilakan yang berbahagia Dr. Saiful Rahman Muhammad. Seterusnya dipersilakan yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Muhammad Shah Mahmud. Seterusnya dipersilakan yang berbahagia Tuan Dr. Mazia Ahmad Mahidin. Dan yang terakhir dipersilakan Dr. Rabi'atul Adawiyah Ibasir.